women, real issues, real conversations. Real women, real issues, real conversations. Woman to woman, woman to woman. Woman to woman, woman to woman. Real women, real issues, real conversations. Real women, real issues, real conversations.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. It's Monday night, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Woman to Woman. Please, thank you for joining us. Put wherever you're calling from, wherever you're tuning in from, put it in the chat. Let me know what state you're at, what state you're in. I'm hailing from Brooklyn, New York, and the weather is having its way with us here. It was beautiful the other day. Yesterday it rained on Resurrection Sunday, and today is 50 degrees. I can't. So I hope it's warm wherever you are. But thank you again. Thank you for joining us. I'm so excited about tonight and this episode and our guests. And I'm super excited because my co-host is with me this week, so I don't have to do this solo. Yay! Tiffany's around. So put your hands together, sisters, and welcome my sister from another mister, my bestie, my girl, all the way from the Bible Belt in Dallas, Texas. None other than your girl, Tiffany Clark.
Howdy, partner.
I have to give you another look. Did you just say, hold on, wait, let me process what you just... Howdy, partner.
Howdy, partner.
Don't ever do that again, ever. Do that again, I want your card, all the cards, okay?
I had to give you some of my, my Dallas, my Texas had to come out. I'll hit you with
y'all. From St. Louis, don't play with me. I cannot. I'm not doing this with you tonight. I
know how to mix it up. I can hit you with some hers and hers from St. Louis, and then I can hit you with a howdy, y'all from Texas. So, I'm bilingual.
Y'all are the worst. You are just, God bless your life. That's all I got for you tonight. How you doing, sis? You good? You good?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
Again, I'm complaining about the weather. Today I just didn't know what to do. Do I get the bubble coat or do we get the little, cute jacket? Went out with the little cute jacket and no socks. I came back with bursitis at the ankles. It just was not a good look. So I don't know. I'm just praying I don't get sick in all of this transition, because we don't have winter and spring at this time of year. We have sprinter. You know what I'm saying? It's a combination of both.
New York you gotta roll with it.
I gotta roll.
One day is hot, one day is cold. You just, govern yourself accordingly.
All right, come on, announcer from the church clerk. God bless your life. All right, so thank you again, ladies, for joining us. Before we bring on our guests, we know what our topic is about tonight, right? So, I have, listen. So if you've ever, let me ask you this question. Let's be honest for just a second, Tiff. How many of us have walked into a room lately and completely forgotten what we went in there for? Come on, because I know I'm not the only one. Okay. And how many of us just brushed it off like, okay, I'm just tired. I got a lot on my mind. Well, yes. So meanwhile, tonight we're going to find out it's not just stress. It may actually be the hormones. So nobody really prepared us for that part. Nobody sat us down and say, hey, so this is what's going to happen. So, to tell us what we would fully understand, we're just winging it, right? And so to prevent us from sitting up in the middle of the night Googling, we have someone that's going to join us that's going to answer a lot of our questions for us. But ladies, everyone that's in the chat, you get to participate in this part. Tiff, I'm trying to pull up my notes for that. Let me...
you want me to flow with it? Because I got it.
You got it. Yeah, you just flow because I'm watching the chat too. Ladies, so what we have coming up right now to get us ready for the conversation, we're calling it Myths or truths about menopause. Oh, wait, I got drum rolls. I should have played it. Never mind. We'll do that next time. So, myth or truths about menopause, or what you think you know. So, Tiffany's gonna fire off the question, and I need you to put into the chat whether you think this is the truth or a myth. Y'all ready? Come on, let me know if you're ready. Let me see some hearts. Let you know, I need y'all to respond to me. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Yep, I see some hearts. I'm getting the hearts, Tiff. I think they're ready. Hey, I got another Tiffany on here too, Tiff. My girl, she's in North Carolina.
All right.
Come on, I got Kansas City in the house. I got, let me see. I know Atlanta's on. Yeah, we covering. I'm waiting for Tennessee to show up. They may be on here. Okay, so we're ready. All right, come on, Tiff. Fire up.
All right, here's the first question for our myth versus truth. Menopause only happens in your 50s. Is that a myth or is that the truth? Type it in the chat if you're on YouTube and you're following along with us. Type in the chat if you think that's a myth or the truth, or fact or fiction. Let me see what y'all say.
Okay, I'm seeing some myths. All right, Michelle said myth. Tamika said myth. Oh, Kansas City's in the house. Myth. Miranda said not true. Okay, y'all doing it. Ding, ding, ding. No door prize. But y'all are getting it right. Yes, that is go ahead, Tiff. I think you have the information. That is indeed
100% a myth. I have a new sister. Her name is Perry, short for perimenopause. So it is 100% a myth. Many women start experiencing it in their late 30s and 40s, and this is called perimenopause. I say she is not my friend.
Not Perry.
We gotta live together.
Yes, so I was in my 30s. Absolutely. All right, Tiff, what you got next?
All right. Weight gain during menopause is just a part of life. You can't do anything about it. Is that a myth or is that true? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen?
You want a gentleman on here? What you got?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're inclusive.
Menopause. Oh, we can have a discussion about menopause. Okay, Tamika said that's false. Michelle said that's true. Okay. Miranda said myth. Jacqueline said myth. Tiff said myth. Yeah. What's the answer? What you got?
It is a myth, and that's why our guest is going to be fantastic, because she's going to educate us on ways to manage it, because there are ways to manage your weight during menopause and perimenopause, and I'm all ears. Okay, sorry. I'm back.
Your ears, I'm ears, toes, egg, leg. I got one broke arm, but I'm doing all both arms. Okay. Tiffany said, I've been fat on this body. Tiff, stop it, girl. Stop it. We're not doing that with you tonight. Okay. All right, Tiff, give us one more, and then we'll bring on our amazing guests.
Okay, last one. Is this fact or fiction, myth or truth? Hot flashes are the only symptom of menopause. Honey, you need the Alex Trebek music on this one.
Miranda said myth. Ilana said myth. Hi, Ilana. She said myth. Tamika said fiction. Jacqueline said false.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
If we just asked them to type in the chat.
Yeah. And Michelle said, yeah, it's a thing. It's just a thing. I'm flashing right now. Okay. So I'll just let that land. We'll just, it's a lot going on over here. It's rude. The only one people can focus on, the only one. Oh, she said, oh, Shirley, our guest says the only one, that's the only thing people focus on is the hot flashes. Listen, you getting your turn, ma'am. Just let me get my life together. I'm bringing you on right now. All right, ladies, it is time. Thank you, Tiffany, for that. That was fun. We're so excited. We're so excited because tonight we are joined by one of my favorite people in the whole world. And I'm just trying to get my whole life together and pull up her bio. Y'all, Tiffany, I know you, Tiff, and my girl Tiff online. I know y'all know what's happening. You're looking at 4 and 5 devices. And you're like, oh my God, where did I stop? Okay, I found it. I found it, y'all. I'm ready. I'm ready. Come on, Wi-Fi. Don't quit on me now. Here we go. All right. Our guest tonight is Dr. Shirley McArthur Williams. And Dr. Shirley McArthur Williams has been in the healthcare arena for over 40 years. She obtained her bachelor's degree in nursing from the University of the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., her master's degree in nursing science as a family nurse practitioner from the University of Alaska in Anchorage, Alaska. Dr. McArthur Williams furthered her education and attained a doctorate of philosophy, hence the doctor, in post-secondary adult education. Her love for nursing has afforded the opportunity to work in every arena in nursing with gaining valuable experiences. Dr. Sam has taught nursing courses along with organizational leadership and management courses in various universities in the metro Atlanta area. Dr. Sam is a legal, and I didn't know this, she is a legal nurse consultant providing evidence-based nursing practices for her clients for sound medical legal input. She is also, and I did know this, she is currently a certified birth and postpartum doula. Where were you all those years ago, Dr. Sam? A certified lactation consultant and certified breastfeeding counselor, providing services to maternity clients during pregnancy and after birth. She has a love for being a lifelong sponge for new knowledge in healthcare. And that's why she is with us tonight. Sisters, give me some snaps, give me some hearts. Let's get ready to receive none other than Dr. Shirley M. McArthur Williams. Let me get where my applause? There it is. Oh. I got my applause. My applause. Come on, get it.
Hello. How is everybody?
Everything is great. How are you? Beautiful as always.
I'm doing great. I am doing great.
Yeah, you're on the road.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. If anyone doesn't know, and if you follow Dr. Shirley on Facebook, Instagram, and all the things, she's always in another country, in another state, and currently she is not in Atlanta. When I hit her up earlier, she said, "Oh, I'm poolside," and I hated her just a little bit more. Yeah, at that moment. But thank you for making time for us tonight, and we're super excited to get into this. Okay, so you heard the our little fun icebreaker game for everyone, and so you
did. You didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me I wasn't supposed to answer.
Well, no, but I'm reading okay. I'm reading all the comments. I'm like, oh wait, that's Shirley. Okay, never mind. So, but thank you for that. Yes, and you're right. That's the only thing they focus on. And then speaking of that, that's like the one thing I can say that I witnessed firsthand from my grandmother, from my mother, from my mother-in-law. It was only the hot flashes, right? And I'm like, girl, what is wrong with you? Why are you being so dramatic? And my nana said to me, keep living. Your turn is coming. And unfortunately, she is on the other side. And I can't tell her, but every day I say, Nana, you were right. Help me. but she can't. Okay. So let's start with this one. What exactly is perimenopause? Let's see if you can condense it for me. Perimenopause, menopause. What is that? What's actually happening to us?
Well, the body for us women, let me go back. When we start our cycle, that is the beginning of our womanhood, as we want to call it. But what's physiologically happening in the body is that that's when our ovaries and our uterus start working to release hormones and release eggs. So that's why it starts when we're 10, 12, well, 12, 13, 14, 15. It used to start later, but now it's much, much younger. And so the hormones are there releasing the estrogen, progesterone, because we need the skin, the hair. Not it's not primarily for reproduction, but we do need the hormones for our gut health, metabolism. So we don't have the foggy brain. So the hormones need to be released in our body so that we can start the maturation of the hormones going into various organs.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yes, it does. Okay, I didn't realize the how crucial it was for the hormones to nurture the other organs. Yeah, that does make sense. Okay, so Tiffany brought up her new friend Perry that she doesn't like. So she's crazy. So what are the early signs women often dismiss but shouldn't?
Women often dismiss. Now, let me go back. My history, late 30s, and I did a lot of research to find, what's going on. I'm in the health field. I should be able to research this, but I was in denial. So number one, most of us in our 30s tend to be in denial. So we're going to overlook and we're going to dismiss a lot of the symptoms that we're having. Right? Because you wouldn't think that in late 30s or early 40s that here's Perry going to come and start knocking on your door. So mood changes, angry for no reason, sleep patterns, eating. We'll eat and say, I just ate, but why am I eating again? Heart palpitations. We will put it on, or they will put it on, you're under too much stress.
Yeah.
Everything is under stress for women. You're under too much stress, or you're premenstrual, or, and at that time, that's when the estrogen and progesterone start shifting. It hasn't begun to fade, but it starts shifting in where it is. So it's going to start decreasing, but we tend to ignore obvious because we're women and we're thinking that it can't be that. It's got to be something else. We don't focus on the pause people, the peri, the menopause. We don't focus on them. We don't think we should focus until like 50 years old.
Yeah.
Which that is a myth.
Or coming close to it, like 45 or like 45. And because I know for me, and as you know, I have a family history of hysterectomies. We have a hyste club in our family. And I know my grandmother was, I believe, 45. My mom was 39. And when I had mine, I was 31. So I remember the doctor, he said, I left you one ovary so you wouldn't go through menopause early. He lied, because maybe 2 years after that, the weirdness started happening, right? And by 40, I never forget, I was sitting there, I was preparing to go out for a date. And I got dressed, we looking cute. We got our hair. I did all the things. And I then all of a sudden, it felt like a ball of fire had just come into the room, and I started ripping off the clothes. I'm like, what's happening? What? And the hair was sewn on then, so I couldn't rip it off. I'm like, what's happening to me? I said, oh my God, what is happening to me? And I think, I was about 40, 42 years old. And I'm like, oh. So, because being I didn't have a period anymore, it's all the other things that I would think, like the missed periods or something, that didn't apply to me anymore. So that was just a thing. That's just a thing. So we know the hot flashes and night sweats. And I haven't been able to bring myself to sleep in the nude, because if there's a fire, I need to get up and be out. I don't have time. I got to be dressed. I got to grab my hair, and I got to grab my phone. Got to go out the door. So we have hot flashes, night sweats. What are the other symptoms?
Decreased libido. A big one is decreased libido. Vaginal changes. Vaginal changes, breast changes. Some of us have extreme tenderness in our breasts. Those women who have had children and they're pregnant, you might can understand. Sometimes you have a lot of tenderness in your breasts, but that's one of them. The vaginal dryness, fatigue. I'm just tired for no reason. I can get up out of the bed and I've had 8 hours of sleep, but I'm still tired. So these hormones play a vital role in all of our organs, but nobody ever told us and prepared us for this right here.
Can I ask you a question? Is depression one of the symptoms possible? Because I know I have these periods of sadness. That's like, what is happening? The sun is out, everything is good. Why do I feel so down?
Because of the cognitive shifts. Your cognition shifts because of the hormone shift. Now, those hormones is provided to your brain, every organ, every single organ. So when that starts decreasing, then you get the cognition shifts to where I've gone upstairs and I didn't remember what I went upstairs for. And I went back downstairs and dog, I've got to go back upstairs. And I went back upstairs and I grabbed that and I'm supposed to be getting something else because of that hormones that's shifting. And so depression is one of them. Just like when you go through, you've heard of postpartum depression, which is super real, just like this is real. Because of that drastic shift after the baby is delivered, that drastic shift in hormones changes the cognition, and then women go into postpartum depression. That's what is labeled. But nobody's labeled it menopause depression, but it is. It can be depression from that.
So I don't need psychotropic drugs.
I can't say you don't, because remember, well, you might though. You might need some, but the majority of the people on the line may not, because they're not going to want to. Remember, I said your mood changes because of the shift, so you don't have a mood stabilizer, and it can be a psychotropic drug, but they will examine you and say, hey, you need a mood stabilizer. If it gets that severe, it might get that severe to where you don't. I don't tell women to not take medication from providers. What I do say is do your research and pay attention to your body. If your body is that where you can't sleep and you having crying spells and you can't focus, you're angry for no reason, and I mean, it's just a lot. It's a roller coaster to go through. That will stress you out more and cause further depression. So you got to do something about it. You have to do something about it. And imagine when I started, I was late 30s, and I went to my doctor and I said, how long is this going to last? And she said, probably about 15 to 20 years. I said, oh, ma'am, I'm going to be done killed somebody by then. No, you got to do something. This can't go 15, 20 years. I hit 40, I hit 45, I hit 50, and she's still saying 15 to 20 years. Dr. Walker, you got to do something different, baby.
So what did you do?
And then that's when I started doing a lot of research.
Oh, sorry about that. It was a little.
What was the question?
What did you do about it?
I ended up researching natural remedies. I did do HRT, hormone replacement therapy, but she put me on low doses, and I did a vaginal cream. And not just vaginal cream for vaginal dryness, it was a vaginal cream estrogen so that it could be absorbed systemically through the vaginal wall, through the tissues, so that I can get some of the estrogen and progesterone back. I didn't want to do the pills. So I ended up doing the vaginal cream in very, very low doses. But then I looked up things over the counter. Now, listen, it's a lot over the counter for estrogen and progesterone replacement. Some of it may work for you, some of it may not. Just like any medication they give you for diabetes, it might work for one person, but may not work for the other person. So you have to do your due diligence to try it. And it might work, it may not work, but don't give up. And then you can try something else because you got to find some kind of relief.
Absolutely. I was gonna chime in and just like, I talked about Perry, and one of the listeners talked about brain fog as a side effect, right? What are some of the things we can do to help with that brain fog?
You can stimulate yourself. What do you like to do? Do you like to read? Do you like to listen to music? I won't say turn it off because it needs to stay on. You got to function. You got to know, you get in the car, you know where you're going. You put the navigation on, you got to follow the navigation. So I'm saying follow your body's language. Follow what signs and symptoms it's actually giving you so that you can do something about that, because there's multiple symptoms as a result of several hormones. And so just take heed to, if you are watching TV, something as simple as watching TV will stimulate your brain to keep going. People do puzzles, talk on the phone, reading a book, listen to music, singing out loud. Simple things can increase that mental clarity, which is what you're trying to get, to decrease that fog. And over time, it'll clear up.
Yeah. I was never a walker before, but I was getting so frustrated with forgetting words and what I was doing and just the irritability. I started walking outside to get some fresh air, to get some sunshine, some vitamin D. You couldn't catch me outside before. I was not one with nature, but now I know it helps me to like clear my mind, reduce my stress, and breathe out, that irritability. So I definitely recommend that. And then one last question I was going to ask you on Perry, and I know we're going to switch topics.
Perry.
I did try the testosterone pellets. And I also have had conversations around HRT. And I love the advice you gave with find what works for you, because those didn't work for me, but I'm not giving up, right? I'm still doing my research to figure out what that is for me, because I need that quality of life. So what would you say to the audience around that?
Around HRT?
HRT and figuring out what works for you.
You have to figure out, do your research. You can, how women will talk to each other. And, I tried soy. Somebody told me about soy milk. And I tried the soy milk and I gained 7 pounds drinking soy milk. It worked, but I gained 7 pounds because of the soy milk. Then I reduced it and I did a shot glass of soy twice a day. The progesterone pellets or the estrogen progesterone combination pellets, I don't say don't do those because I've heard people say that they really, really work. Unfortunately, insurance companies won't pay for it. So you'd have to be able to get it. And it does last at least 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and then you're going back. Sometimes providers, depending on how much they give you, it can last up to 3 months, 3 or 4 months, and then you're going back getting them again. And in the meantime, your body will have to get used to those pellets. Just like it would have to get used to the estrogen cream, just like my body got used to drinking the soy, the Estrovive over the counter, various things that was over the counter that you can take, but you're still putting medicine or pills or something in your body so that it try and balance out. That's all it's going to do. It's going to balance out your estrogen and progesterone as it continues to decrease. That's what you need to try and put in so that you can have a balance to continue to keep trying to keep things the way they are.
Yeah. Listen, okay. I know I said that was my last one. One more, because cortisol has increased significantly. Like, what are some things we can do around cortisol and keeping that in check?
The cortisol level increases, right? And that's usually a direct result of stress. It is. You're stressing over the menopause. I'm stressing over my body image. My body is changing. As I said, your breasts change, your look change, the hair thins out, eyebrows thins out, atrophy of arms, legs, buttocks, and so many women turn towards the imitation, the BBLs and the breast implants and the tummy tucks and so forth and so on and it's not it's just a band-aid over what's inevitable. It's a band-aid over what's inevitable. So if you, it may be easier said than done, don't focus on it, but as much as you can, focus on what's right there in the front of you and then do something about it. You said you went for walks. Try to get a good night's sleep. What would help you get a good night's sleep? Certainly not having it. I took the TV out the room for that same reason, because it was a stimulator for me. If I read in bed, it keeps me awake. So I had to do something different. I had to get out of the bed to actually go look at TV. And when I got sleepy, I went back. So there was things that I could do because I was having these symptoms, and then I got into bed when I got sleepy and I went to sleep. I didn't do any other activities in the bed. And then breathing exercises, relaxation. How many people go get massages? How many people go get foot massages? How many times do you treat yourself? Decreasing things that's going to stimulate the hot flashes. If you're getting hot flashes, the caffeine, mine was chocolate. And I was upset that I couldn't have my Snickers. So I would take little bitty bites, thinking that if I took the little bitty bites, it was going to, no, it still just set me off. It still set me off. So pay attention to your body and you hear what different people are saying is actually working for them. You might try it. And what if it don't work? Don't give up. Don't give up. Something is going to work. Something is definitely going to work.
Love it.
So I have a question. I do. Because what is it? Progesterone? Is that what it's called?
Uh-huh.
Isn't that a steroid?
No.
Okay. I just
it's a hormone. Okay. And the progesterone we need for our hair, our skin, our nails. So you need the combination, the estrogen and progesterone, whereas we have more estrogen than we do progesterone. Men have more progesterone than they have estrogen.
Well, I have questions about that, but anyway, that's another show. So yesterday I was mentioning to one of my sisters at church that I was doing this tonight, and she told me she started taking the Black Girl vitamins, and it's called Meno Chill, and they're actually working for her. And she said, look at my skin. I don't have on any makeup today. And sure enough, her skin was so clear. And she said the hot flashes stopped. Because what I'm not giving up is coffee. It's never, ever going to happen. Because if you want me to indeed catch a case, take away my coffee. I got a pot in the kitchen now, but I got hot. So I decided not to bring it. I didn't want to be sweating on the camera, even though it would have been a great visual effect. All right, Tiff. Let's pivot because we.
So let me answer that.
Yeah.
Don't give up, but try things that's going to benefit you. If she's taking the Black Girl Magic vitamin and it helps her skin, it may restore some moisture, vaginal moisture. Some women stop sweating as a side effect. I mean, as a side effect of menopause, they just stop sweating, so the glands swell up, and so doctors will put you on salt tablets. So yeah, pay attention to your own body and what may work for that person. You can try it and see if that's going to work, because it might work.
Yeah, I was just waiting
don't
for
think anything is
somebody to do it
absolute.
before I spent my money. That's all it was. Because if you can see all the wrinkle sticks I got upstairs and the other things I got saved and items in the cart to say, well, maybe I'll try this next. Because I'm trying not to do Botox. I got things going on over here. So, but yeah. All right, Tiff, I need you to lead off on, because we're going to move into the next segment. Thank you, Dr. Sam. That's so good. I'm going to get me some Minnow Chill this week, and I'll report
Minnow
back.
Chill.
Minnow Chill. Because I saw it, and I said it to Tiffany. I'm like, we should try this. She said, well, I need to try something.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you try it first and let me know how it goes. All right. We are going to transition into, the topic. That's a very hot topic right now that, throughout the world that people are tapping into, and that is the GLP-1s, right? So the stigma around it has subsided, right? I think when Oprah finally came out and told the truth that she had taken it and, was ashamed to say that before, and then came out and said it. So it is a very natural part of conversations now. I was on a work conference call the other day, a girl that I just met, and she mentioned, I'm on GLP-1s and I'm really hungry. And so Chobani works for me. And I was like, oh, wow. So the stigma is gone. But let's talk a little bit about GLP-1s. Like, what are some of the GLP-1s that are out there and why are women using them so much?
And what is GLP-1? What is
and what is it?
The GLP-1 is a glucagon-like peptide 1. Glucagon-like, Like peptide. We normally have those already in our gut, in our GI system, right? So what they have made is a GLP-1, which mimic hormones in our GI system. That's first and foremost. So even it doesn't matter the name of it. I know you're talking about the Wegovy's and the Ozempic, Mounjaro, the Zebound, the Rybelsus. All of those are in the semaglutide, tirzepatide, in that for that medication. They're going to keep bringing it out because Big Pharma is making money on it. It mimics, and what happens is it mimics the hormones that's in our GI system. So it goes in and it delays our metabolism. So you ended up losing weight. It helps with your blood pressure, helps with your blood sugar. Okay. But remember, I said mimic hormones. So it's for chronic use. You've heard people say they've stopped taking it because they've lost the 10 to 20% weight that they want to lose. And they've stopped taking it. And guess what happens? The regular hormones that's already in your GI system kicks right back up. And it's like, okay, so now I need to just slow down regulate this metabolism because, we're going back to normal. And a lot of people end up gaining at least 15 to 20% of the weight back, if not all of the original weight that they have back. So is it beneficial? It can be beneficial, but it's something that you'd have to continue to take.
Is there a timeline on how long people should be on those medicines?
You have to look at what's the purpose. If people are going to get on it, and providers are prescribing it. It's like this. They're prescribing it. The insurance, if you have a comorbidity, if you have diabetes, a lot of the insurance companies will pay for a lesser, or let me say, these are new. So as newer medicines come out, they'll pay for the older ones. Like
Okay.
Ozempic is an older one, which was one of the first ones that came out. So now you have a lot of the newer ones that's coming out. They may not, but those medications are like $12,000, $13,000. You'd have to petition the insurance company to pay whatever portion they're going to pay, and a lot of them won't pay it, or they may pay whatever portion. Your portion might be $600 or $400 of that, which means you'd have to take it. So it's for chronic usage. So if you're on it for 6 months, 8 months, a year, then 2 years, and you've gotten the weight down to where you want the weight to be, and now you're going to decide I'm going to stop taking it, it's going to rebound.
Mm.
It's going to rebound. It's going to rebound back. So the providers they may start at a dosage, and then they keep going up, titrating it up to where they want it, so that you can get the results that you actually need. I would caution or ask individuals to ask the provider to go back down to the original dosage for maintenance. And I don't think people end up asking that.
That's very important, because once they stop, what are some things that people can do, once the doctor starts to wean them off of it, to try to maintain that healthy weight that they attained?
First of all, foods that boost GLP is what we need to be doing. Fruits, vegetables, leafy green vegetables, apples, tomatoes, your protein, fish, chicken, tofu, stuff we don't want to eat. But if you look up foods that boost the GLP ones in your body, then that's what you need to be doing. People in losing weight, but what they'll do is they just keep eating. I just keep eating. And what happens is you start losing fat and muscle. And it's hard if you're not exercising to maintain. You lose weight, but then you end up losing atrophy. So your arms are kind of flabby, legs, skin flabby, neck flabby. I don't mean to be crass when I'm saying it, but that's how it actually looks, because you're not doing the maintenance to tone up. It's coming off, and it'll come off fast.
And they're looking old in the face. And they're looking old in the face.
Yeah, because the skin begins to sag because it's taking fat and muscle with it,
And like we said, this is a trend that is set, being set by Hollywood. Oprah Winfrey comes out. We already know Oprah had legitimate issues with her weight, right? And then, I remember, who's the chick, Tiff, from, what was that movie with the kids and the singing and the competition?
Rebel Wilson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rebel admitted that she was on a GLP-1 and she was microdosing to help lose weight. And like you said, Dr. Sam, now Big Pharma is pushing it, and now health insurance is covering it, right? Because it beats some if you have a good plan, and it beats them paying for God knows what will happen because of obesity or different things, or how other things will shut down. But it needs to be some sort of disclaimer. Who is this for? Who should be
right
doing this? And that's the bigger question. I shared with you and Tiffany, I didn't take a picture yesterday because my outfit was great. 100 million compliments yesterday. But I've put on weight since I broke my arm because I wasn't moving as much because it was painful. And I saw a picture of myself and I said, girl, get your whole life. And I didn't take any pictures in my new frock yesterday because I said, oh, ew, we will not be doing that. And I told you, I know I could go to my doctor and say, look, sis, I put on some weight. Can you help me out? Because they classify me as pre-diabetic. I had a doctor tell me that I was obese, and I said to him, your mother. I went straight I went straight Bed-Stuy. Your mother what? Before I could stop myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't work 10 hours today, took 2 trains to get here, and you just called me fat? Have you lost your mind, sir? I'm a 12. Come again. You know what I'm saying? So that was then. I'm not a 12 now. But I'm back. I'm back, Tiff. I'm back. So who should be considering the GLP-1?
You know what? That's a provider call. The big pharma is regulating all the new medications that come out. So if you go and you're saying that because of the menopause now, peri and the menopause and post-menopause, you 20 pounds heavier or 30 pounds heavier. Some people say, well, I'm 50 to 100 pounds heavier. And you go and they say, well, we can prescribe this. And then what you'd have to do is you'd have to petition the insurance companies, because it's crazy. Your portion for a 30-day supply could be $600 to $800. And so the diabetics are the ones that this was targeted for. It wasn't targeted for just average Joe Blow, just weight loss. But then when they found that Ozempic was improved cardiac health, lowered blood pressure, managed your hemoglobin A1C, your blood sugars, and then it dropped your weight, because remember, it went in, it was like the glucagon-like peptide, and it decreased your appetite so that the weight started coming off. Oh, wow. They found that the weight was coming off when we were managing our diabetics. Well, let's try something else specifically for weight loss. But it goes in and does the same thing. So it's not recommended for people who have heart disease. And if they have liver disease or any types of cancers, it's not recommended for that. But some people want to lose weight so bad that they do. And then when the liver stops functioning, the kidneys stop functioning because of the medication that's already in their system. Now we have a bigger problem. So I would say, if you legitimately have a chronic medical condition that your provider is managing for you, and they recommend that. The problem is people go in and they suggest it to the provider. And the provider have samples in their offices sometimes. Well, let's try 30 days. Let's try 60 days. Let's try 90 days. It's not going to work after 30. It'll start working 30 to 45, to 60 days to 90 days. And when you start seeing 2, 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds start to come off. So everybody is doing it, and everybody is suggesting it, and providers are actually prescribing it.
I'm looking in the chat. Tiffany said she works for a health insurance company, and the company stipulations are hard to get, right? In order for them to pay for it. And but she herself, she said she started at the 0.5 and they moved her up to the 7.5, but she was getting sick. So they moved her back down to 5, and she lost, congratulations, Tiffany. She lost 15 pounds over the last year, and she's maintaining it. Oh my God, that cost us $1,500 for Aetna. Yeah, I'm going back to the park. I'm gonna be out working out with the seniors. I cannot. I just can't. If I'm spending $1,500, it's gonna be for Botox. I'm not spending it for it. I promise you. I promise you. Okay, so all right, ladies. Thank you, Dr. Sam. So what we're gonna do is we're going to move into the Q&A. Wait, I got me some stuff, y'all. Let me put it up. I've been playing with this thing all day long. Let me find my thing. Hold on. We're gonna go into a Q&A with Dr. Shirley. So if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. And my girl Tiffany, there it is, Q&A. Right, you see it's on the screen. I did it. I found it.
You fancy girl.
I'm so fancy. I might hand clap for myself. Anyway, put your questions in the chat for Dr. Sam. We have her for another maybe 7 minutes. Make it make sense. Somebody said, oh, Alana said, oh, Lord, not the rebound weight. Oh, Lord. She said LAWD. Oh, Lord. not the rebound weight. And Oprah did, because we brought up Oprah, a couple of times, and she did. She said she had lost what she wanted to lose, and she didn't want to lose anymore. So she stopped taking it, but kept up the same habits. She kept the same diet. She was still hiking the same mileage every day, and she hadn't picked up any of the bad habits again. And she still was putting weight back on. So, but then she partnered with a therapist, and who said that the brain is used to a certain thing. And so when you try to switch it up and then switch back, the brain is like, no, we're supposed to be over here. So once she took the medicine out, the brain was no longer getting that signal that, no, we don't eat this, so it was it's a whole book. I'll read it and let you know what it says. Okay. But it's a lot. It's just a lot. All right.
I know you threw it out there to the group. If you have any questions, drop them in. I think we got one from Tiff. It says, with all the different changes in our body, do you think it's good to see a therapist to maintain a healthy mindset? Love that question, Tiffany.
So Tiffany asked, with all the different changes in their body?
Yes.
I would say don't have for mind and body, because in order to continue to propel yourself forward, which you got to go forward, you can't stand still. If your mindset is not where it needs to be, by all means get a therapist, because there's certain things that you do need to talk about and have the therapist help you walk through it. We tend, as women, Black women or women of color, we tend to want to do things on our own, that we are so strong, and this thing kicks our butt, because there isn't a blueprint, that's going to work for everybody the exact same way. So if your mind is not where it needs to be, by all means, get the help that you need, because you got to do the mind and the body together.
Like we don't have enough to do. Elena said, how long does menopause last? Will it ever end? I'll answer this one. Yes, Elena, death. It's called death.
Eliani Connie. That's my friend. Eliani Connie.
Eliani. Yes. Death.
It does not. That is a myth. It does not. It does not, because your body still is, even though hormones are decreasing, it doesn't completely, it's not completely eradicated out of your body. So it can, yeah. Now, will some of the symptoms be minimized? A lot of the symptoms are minimized. So my blood level now, my follicle stimulating hormone level is menopause, but I'm still getting hot flashes. I'm still getting cold. One foot is out from under the cover, ceiling fan is on, And so because my body craves what it craves, and once a month when I'm supposed to get a cycle, I go through these changes as though I'm getting a cycle, and I'm not getting a cycle. So no, it doesn't go away.
Is that are those the days where you're just so hungry and you can't stop eating and you don't know why? You just ate. My God, why hast thou forsaken us? My Lord. Eliani said, what? And you should see she has the crying emojis. Oh, girl, I'm with you. Yes. Death. Did I say death? Death. It ends at death.
It did. To death do us part.
To death do us part. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my.
Okay, I think we got a really good one to end on. Okay. And I think this is a great takeaway for everybody. What do you wish someone told you sooner? Dr. Mack. I know we Dr. Shirley.
Oh,
I know
wow.
we talk about perimenopause more, like it is not as taboo as it used to be, right? But what do you wish somebody would have told you sooner that we can share with other people?
What do I wish someone had told me sooner about menopause?
Yes.
I wish someone had told me when after I got my cycle, I wish they had told me the details of the cycle, because they didn't tell me. They only told me that, well, now you've come into womanhood and you can have a baby. So if someone had given detailed instructions on this is what's going to happen to your body over this period of time, I started at 14, so from 14 to 20, from 20 to 30, from 30 to 40, give me a blueprint of what my body would be going through and the changes my body would be taking. Nobody told us that. And nobody told me that at 30 I would be perimenopause. Had they prepared me then, I would have had a better approach to it. I wouldn't have been in denial. I wouldn't have dismissed it. I would have somewhat been prepared. Now they prepared me for the cycle.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to get your cycle. This is what's going to happen. And you need to take the little bag to school with the, you had it in your backpack, take the little pads and you take the little wipes, and you're going to get cramps and you're going to they told me about that. And that was it. But going further, nobody told me about that. So I wish somebody had given me, this is what will happen as you progress through life with your body.
And then when you think about it, nobody told them either, right? There wasn't all of this information. There was no www out there and more progressive medicine, right? Back in the day, they used to use newspaper for pads. We had one of the ladies in our church years ago. She's deceased now, but she was, of course, was an older woman. They didn't know what was happening. So down south, especially. So it's just, I do have one more question. Larinthia says, why does her doctor say she has to go through a complete year to be considered menopausal? Did you hear it?
I don't think she can hear us anymore.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? God, I hate that we get right to the end. But technology is everything.
Her doctor said that she's got to go a complete year. It's not based on a complete year. It's based on based on when her follicle stimulating hormone is decreased. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Her doctor says she's got to go a complete year. It's not based on a complete year. It should be based on her follicle stimulating hormone number. Because once that number stays where it is as far as menopause, she might still spot or she may not spot. Some people just stop altogether. But their FSH or follicle stimulating hormone could still be very high, suggesting that they haven't gone through menopause yet. But I would say follow what your doctor's saying as far as your doctor's talking about a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lab test. So request a follicle stimulating hormone lab test.
Say it again, Dr. Shirley, so she knows exactly what test to ask for. Say it again.
Follicle stimulating hormone, FSH.
Again, the things they don't tell us. Whew, girl. I don't know if I don't know. I'm more informed and terrified all at the same time. It's
Yeah.
just death. Just death.
It is, because you still have to have your eyes, you still have to have eyebrows, you still have to have hair, you still have to have body hair. The brain is still got to work. Your kidneys, your organ, everything still have to work. So you still need these hormones, but you don't need them as much as you needed them for reproduction.
Mm. So should we all be asking for these follicle testices or something? Just
The
to see where
FSH,
we are.
yes. Yes, to see where you are, and they'll tell you if you are premenopausal. You got pre, and then they'll say menopausal, and then it's postmenopausal.
Okay.
So yeah, you should be asking.
Whew.
Because
I get it
I'm
done every
menopausal,
year.
I still have symptoms, but
Yes.
my FSH number is high enough saying that I am menopausal. Postmenopausal. I'm postmenopausal now,
No, I'm right smack
but
dab
still
in
having
the
symptoms.
middle. I'm right in it, in the thick of it. God help us all. Bless my children. Good thing I ain't got a husband. Poor thing. Um, yet Prince Charming. I think I met him at the store earlier. I'll let you know. Um, um, this is good. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
You are welcome.
I want you to notice there are across the bottom of the screen, there are ways to support us. It'll help to support the channel, to help continue to bring content. And we have a plan to come to you every week. One of our producers saw it last week and he came to me and said, okay, what you just did, I need you to do that every Monday. Period. And also, when you get a chance, for all of our new subscribers, go back and watch last week's episode with Bishop Donna Hubbard. She is a sex trafficking survivor, and Dr. Shirley was in the audience for that one, and it was so it was just such an amazing. Her story is mind blowing and mind boggling, and so real, and for her to be 70 years old and to tell this story, and she's so successful, and we said go back and watch that.
Mhm.
Also, I created a workshop that's called I Survived on Purpose. I also have that on posted on the page. So
Yeah.
we're doing a lot of things, and I'm gonna try to see if I can get this up. Shirley, I'm gonna put you backstage for a second. Let me see something. Because I also want to give you an opportunity. Okay. So I've also created, there's also a t-shirt, and it's called I Survived on Purpose. This t-shirt is, but I think we're selling it for $27. And I'm going to put up the banner again with our email address. So you can email us at befreenow.info@gmail.com and let us know if you want the t-shirt. And if you do, then we'll go from there. Let me move it now. This is so much. I need a producer on this thing. This is just way too much.
You got it. You got
I got
it.
it. I got it. But I still gotta some kinks I gotta work out. So but thank you for everyone. Dr. Mac, I see you in the chat. Oh, wait, let me bring you back. Shirley. Dr. Mac say, hey mom. She put it in the chat. So for those of you who have sat with Dr. Mac, and I'm bringing her back too, she is our life coach. So this is her mama who was on the chat with her, and of course daughter is supporting her. So thank you. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and we're going to bring Bishop Hubbard back to discuss the what to look for if you're in a because she was groomed for what happened to her, and it was
Mhm.
by a man she was dating. and it started the whole thing. And she was
Yeah.
24 years old, not 16, not 13, not 14. She was 24 years old when this happened to her. And it just, I mean, really snowballed out of control. And she does an amazing training to teach what to look for, and, you can learn the signs early. We all have sisters, we have daughters, we have nieces, we have cousins who are out here. And so we're going to sit down with her. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And if you've never been sexually assaulted, I am grateful for you. But I have been, and I know, what it's like. And unlike years past, it is something we can talk about now, right? So, we have fun tonight, but I still got some more stuff for you, right? So, but thank you so much. Once again, we ask that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Please help me I'm just trying to get to 50 next week. I don't think I'm asking much, just 50. Just 50. We do 50 a week. 50 a week. We are doing something. So I'm going to put up the donation button again. You can Cash App us at $BeFree217 or Venmo at BeFree-217. Thank you. I had a good time. We had a good time, girl. We had a good time. This is great. I'm a little depressed, but it's great.
Go walk outside. You'll be all right.
Death. Till death. Till death do us part. Till death do us part. That's the short. That's the clip for the short. Till death do us part. Okay. All right. I love you, Dr. Shirley. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, Tiffany.
Oh, Tiff, it was so good to see you. Dr. Shirley, we'll see you soon. Hang out backstage.
Yes.
And we'll chat after the live. Tiff, as usual. You came through, sis, with your sinus infection and all. God bless your life. God bless your life. Loving the new living room that you and Terrence have built in the Dallas estate. Thank you so much.
Love you, sis. Awesome job. Great information.
For hanging out. Yeah, we had a good time. This was great. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, all of Dr. Shirley's friends and sisters. And Dr. Mac, expect a call from me soon. You and I'll be chatting soon. Thank you to our regulars, Tiffany, Laurentia. My auntie Tinkerbell is on the line. Thank you so much, auntie. Thank you. My pastor couldn't make it, but she sent her donation. She said, go forth. So thank you all in advance for all of the support. Tiff, I think Tiff will be back with me next week. If not, we're going to make it work and we're going to make it happen. Ooh, that hair is saying such a thing. That is beautiful. And that's hers, y'all. She didn't buy that. She grew that right there. That's them black girl vitamins. You're on mute, child. You're on mute, daughter. You are muted.
Perimenopause. It's the only thing she gave me. Everything else she took away. All right. Okay. Bye.
The perimenopause gave you. Maybe I need to go back. I mean,
stimulating hormone. That's all she gave me.
Because that is some sort of gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
His hair doesn't get stuck when he runs. So never mind. Okay.
All right. Just end the show, please.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you, ladies. We love you and we'll see you next week. Until then, take care. Bye, Tiff.
Bye.
Woman to woman, woman to woman, woman to woman, woman to woman. Real women, real issues, real conversations. Real women, real issues, real conversations. Woman to woman, woman to woman, woman to woman, woman to woman. Real women, real issues, real conversations. Real women, real issues, real conversations.